So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the STG44. It's basically the first assault rifle that most people are going to be using in Vanguard, and this is the talk of the town right now. It's definitely one of the best assault rifles in the game, and I figured, you know what, I'm going to work on the STG77, level it up, max it out, and we're going to go ahead and test out these attachments because they do have some pretty interesting attachments that will affect your TTK, and we're mainly going to be looking at these attachments, and we're going to take a look at the data that I have gathered and figure out which attachment combos are best to make the fastest killing STG44 class setup. So if you guys do enjoy the content, a like is definitely appreciated. It shows me this is the kind of content that you do like to see, and I will keep delivering it. And make sure to subscribe if you're brand new around here to join Turbo Nation today. Make it official. Help me hit 200,000 subscribers. That'd be absolutely amazing. And let's get on to the video. All right, class, welcome. Take a seat and pull out a pen and paper and start taking notes. So these are my stats that I have gathered after my testing. So these magazines are definitely what got me curious the most. So we have our base magazine here with a TTK of 300 millisecond time to kill up to this 40 meter range. So by the way, I put a practical range because, you know, you're not really going to be using certain guns at multiple ranges. Usually you're going to engage, you know, between 0 to 40 and maybe 50 at most, especially on these maps, because, you know, some assault rifles can handle it and some can't. It just is what it is. Also, it's just a little bit harder to test out the actual meters in this game, and I was able to figure out a way how to do it, but it's not as detailed as Cold War was. But you know, we're gonna work with what we have here. But for the most part, the base TTK is 300 millisecond time to kill, and then up to that 40 to 50 meter range, it drops to 400 milliseconds. So obviously you do not want to use the base magazine. Now moving on to the 7.62 𝗪𝗠𝗀, this is where it got a little interesting. So with this one, you get a dramatically lower TTK at 204, and it even held consistent up to that 50 meter range. So we're not even talking about a drop off in TTK here. So this is absolutely amazing. So obviously this is the attachment that you do want to use for your magazine. Now moving on to the 30 caliber Russian 20 round magazine, it goes down to 255 and it stays consistent up to that 50 meter range. Obviously this isn't practical, 20 rounds per magazine, and it doesn't even give us the fastest TTK out of all our choices here. So I would definitely X this off of your list. Definitely will not be touching this. Next up, we have the 8mm Kurz 45 round, and this is a pretty decent TTK here. I would say it's fairly competitive with the 𝗪𝗀𝗀 at 225 milliseconds, but the only downside to it is that it drops its TTK back to the base TTK of 300 milliseconds up to that 50 meter range. So I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't use this one, but I'm just saying if you want something that's as consistent as the 𝗪𝗀𝗀, then this one may not be the answer. But I would say this is probably the second best magazine to use. I mean, it does come with 45 rounds, which is really nice, and it does have a pretty decent TTK of that 225. Now next up, we got the 30 caliber Russian 30 round, and it has a 255 TTK, and it holds it until that 50 meter range. Now it's the same exact TTK as you see here with the 30 caliber Russian 20 round. I mean, that is expected, you know, it has literally the same name, just a little bit more magazine capacity, but I just still don't think it's worth using. 30 rounds, I mean, why use this one when you can use the 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀, which has 30 rounds as well, but it has a much faster TTK. By the way, guys, if you guys are wondering, I like to do my weapon testing and show you guys my results and then base my attachment choices off of my testing. So if that's kind of stuff that you like, then definitely subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you never miss a new one. And one thing I do want to note here before we move on to the class setup is that this magazine and TTK is with the combined attachments that I'm about to show you guys in the gunsmith. So you don't get this TTK with just this attachment right here. This is the full TTK with the rest of the attachments, if that makes sense. So yeah, let's move on to the gunsmith and show you guys this class setup. All right, and welcome back to the gunsmith. So this is my STG44 fastest killing class setup right here. So for the muzzle, we're using the recoil booster. This is absolutely essential because we want to increase that fire rate. The more you increase the fire rate, the faster your time to kill will be. So with this one, we get +2 fire rate and -1 accuracy. And also, quick disclaimer, this class setup may not be for the casual player. This is supposed to be a class setup that is meant to be used in close quarter combat situations. You have to rush, you got to be aggressive, and you also have to keep that in mind. So don't try to challenge people at longer ranges. This class setup is going to force you to run around the map and engage in as many gunfights as possible. So that's why we're using the recoil booster for that fire rate, and it has a -1 accuracy. Of course, you can take a look at the data in detail here if you want to, but let's go ahead and move on to the next attachment. So this barrel is the barrel that you need to unlock. This is the Crossnick 220mm rapid barrel, and with this one we also do get an increase to our fire rate as well, and that's what's going to help us achieve that 882 RPM. So like I said, the faster your fire rate is, the faster your TTK is going to be. Next one, we got the slate reflector. This is optional. You can use whatever optic you want to. My opinion, I like this sight right here. I don't know, I just feel really comfortable with it. Now for the stock, we're going to be using the Crossnick S11S folding. Now since this is a close quarter combat situation type of weapon, I want to have my sprint to fire time as optimized as possible, as well as my movement speed. Now with that said, you are going to be sacrificing some recoil control, so I just want to double down on what I said earlier. This is not for long ranges or no recoil. I'm going to be coming out with a separate video for the STG44 on a no recoil class setup, so make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that. Now for the proficiency, we're using the focus. So I felt, you know what, we might as well use a proficiency that is going to help out with recoil, just in case we have to get into those long range gunfights. So for focus, this is going to help out with flinch resistance, and this is also going to help us be more accurate in gunfights. Now for the kit, we're going to be using the fully loaded, mainly because we don't have a lot of ammo to begin with, so we might as well start off with as much magazine ammo as possible. You could use whatever you want to, it's all personal preference, but with this class setup, I think that fully loaded definitely goes hand in hand. Now for the rear grip, we're going to be using the polymer grip. This is going to give us 2 flinch resistance as well as 1 accuracy and recoil during sustained fire. So this makes a lot of sense because this class setup doesn't really have a lot of good recoil control as is, so adding this grip is going to help out, and also there aren't any cons to it as well, so it just seems like a win-win situation. Now for the magazine, this is also very important. Again, we're using the Gorenko 30 round magazine. According to my testing, this is going to make our TTK a lot faster versus whatever other attachments there are available, because it increases our fire rate as well as the aim down sight speed and movement speed. You know, this just moves along with the theme of it being a close quarter combat gun. So when you're looking at these stats, you have to ask yourself, why does it increase this and that? Okay, well, it's because the game is trying to tell you that you're supposed to be using this gun in a certain way. So it's also really nice that it comes with a recoil control and accuracy pro to it. Now for the ammo type, we're using the lengthened because we want to increase that bullet velocity. We want to have faster hit detection possible. So using the lengthened for the ammo type is also a personal preference, but I feel like this suits this class setup as well. Now for the next attachment, we're going to be using the M1941 hand stop. So this is to help mitigate the recoil reductions that we got in the other attachments without really sacrificing too much of the performance of the gun. So this is going to give us recoil control and accuracy. Now one thing I do want to say about the proficiency of Vital, long story short, if you guys aren't aware, Vital proficiency is supposed to give you the damage profile of headshots to the torso, but I think Sledgehammer might have stealth nerfed it already, because like I said, I tested it out in a private match and I saw no difference whatsoever when using this proficiency and without it. All right, next up, secondary is just optional. You can use whatever you want to here. For perks, I am running Ghost. If you guys haven't noticed by now, a lot of UAVs, personal UAVs get called in a lot, and obviously that's going to expose you and make you die a lot more. So having Ghost is going to be essential. Ninja is also a great perk too because it silences your footsteps, but I feel like with Ghost and the amount of UAVs that get called in constantly, Ghost perk is definitely the way to go. Now for perk 2, you can really use anything here. A lot of these perks are really great actually. Haven't even worked up my way to the final ones here, but right now I'm comfortable using the radar. This is going to allow enemies to appear on the minimap if they're using an unsilenced weapon. So obviously the more intel that you have on your minimap, the better. Plus calling in those UAVs, it's just going to make you make better decisions, easier decisions, and help you choose gunfights, which is going to result in a much more positive KD. Now for High Alert, this is also a really good one to choose. With High Alert, I like it because if you're running around the map and you're rushing with this class setup specifically, it's going to alert you when somebody is looking at you and you don't happen to be looking in that direction. So this is going to give you a standing chance to actually turn around and win a gunfight. It's happened to me several times. Now for the third perk, I'm just using double time here. I'm kind of just waiting until I unlock Scavenger. Scavenger is definitely a perk that I do want to run on this class setup. Or you can go with Overkill and run a secondary that is good for longer range combat. So you just got to think about how you want to outfit your class setup and be smart about it. Make sure the class setups, the perks, everything goes hand in hand. Now for the lethal, I'm just using the Gammon Bomb. I really like it. I've been enjoying using it. And for the tactical, 100% I am using the Stim Shot. This is great for when you're hurt. It's going to give you a lot more confidence to go back into the gunfight or flee the scene if you're not feeling confident at all without really having to be one shot. All right, for the field upgrade, I'm currently experimenting here. I'm using different ones, but recently I've been using the armor plates, but I'm definitely going to be using the field mic. I didn't really like it in Cold War, but I feel like in Vanguard, this is going to give you a really big advantage. Like I was saying, intel is everything in Vanguard, especially with the way that the maps are designed. You really need to have as much information as possible to help you out as a player. So try to unlock the field mic whenever you get the chance. And I'm actually almost there. I'm at level 39 right now. If you guys came here just for the class setup, consider leaving a like on your way out. It shows me I'm doing something right. And let me know down below in the comments what you think of the STG44, and make sure to subscribe if you're brand new around here. Join TurboNation today, make it official. And as for the rest of you guys, this is my official first Vanguard gameplay here on the channel. And I'm actually really upset I didn't record myself getting my first ever V2 rocket with this exact same class setup. So this is the fastest I've ever dropped, you know, the special nuke in any Call of Duty, literally day one. So it's pretty awesome, but hopefully you guys did enjoy that in the intro. This is definitely one of my favorite maps here. Whoa. Okay, we have to learn the maps. This is one of my favorites for sure, but we gotta learn the maps. This is a perfect map for the STG class as well. The main thing that you have to realize when you're playing this game is you have to learn about positioning. Positioning is super important. Positioning, map awareness, holding areas down. Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah, my map awareness is not completely perfect. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I wish there was a way you can just get rid of that animation. I would like to see that. I would like to see that as a change in the future. That got me killed. All right, let's go ahead and use this UAV. We need some intel. We need to know what's going on here. Speaking of UAV, I hope you guys make it a priority to unlock Ghost. That's super important. All right, let's go for this flank here. I wonder how that guy saw me. Actually, right now might be a good idea. Yeah, let's go ahead and use it. Come on, give me a big money, big money. Oh my god, look at this on B. Let's go, baby. All right, let's get some better position in here. Minimap is your friend as well. Probably more than ever. More than Cold War ever was. We gotta reload. Always reload cancel as well. Oh my god, what did I do? Why did I do that? Okay, oh my gosh. Let's freaking go, baby. Yo, drop a like for that, man. That was epic. Oh, no. What? Did that guy literally just spawn behind me? Yeah, spawns are mildly broken in this game. All right, let's keep this chop fest going. All right, safely put on the armor plates. Lessons have been learned. Oh, look at him take cover. Hilarious. Bro. No way. Absolutely no way that just happened. Power positions. This game is very, very similar to Modern Warfare. You gotta play carefully. You can't just run around like an idiot. Gotta be strategic with your approach. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. All right, this is a glide. How many glide bombs did I get this game? This is amazing. Hello? Yes. Hopefully I killed a dog too. I love dogs, by the way. Specifically German Shepherds, so. Hello? Whoa! Talking to you guys too much. Let's go. Let's go. Someone's got to be here, right? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, and we ranked up. Let's go. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't run around or else you're gonna get punished. TTK is just way too quick. I don't even know where I got shot from. And it's kind of hard to see people as well. Yeah, I barely saw that guy. Oh, man. All right, let's just roll it to the next match now. What do I get? 34 kills. Can't really tell how many times I died, but you know, nonetheless, this is a pretty good example of how you should be using the STG44, at least for this specific build. Yo, I got the play of the game. Let's get it, baby. This better be an awesome play of the game. Oh yeah, this is when I was just farming them kills. They're just coming out of their spawn here. Let's go, baby. Is my guy okay? Oh, shoot. Skill-based matchmaking is wild in this one. We're gonna make crazy plays. Whoa, what was that? Did you guys see that on my screen? Wonder what that was. Oh, I noticed you have to cancel your reload right before the animation's over, because if you don't, what you just saw there is a result of it. No idea where I'm getting shot from. All right, give me some intel here.
Oh my god, bro. Closing with Baker.
What do you mean how, bro? I asked the same things. Literally. Here we go. Here we go. I think we're coming in for a flank here. There he is. That's crazy. He heard my footsteps. Love to see it. Someone's at sea all by himself. Oh my god, dude. That's terrible. I can't believe it, dude. I just spawned. Yeah, that's what lack of map knowledge looks like. Still trying to learn it. No idea where this guy is. Sorry I'm not talking too much, man. This game just requires a lot of concentration. Can't get caught slipping. And it's really hard to see enemies as well. Yeah, I wasn't gonna let that guy go. Alright, let's keep this information going, man. That minimap and UAV is helping out a lot. Let's go. Nice, we're on a bloodthirsty right now. Imagine we drop a nuke, a V2, that would be awesome. Oh, here, go, 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 go.
Oh my god.
Let's keep going, man. Holding down areas is the key to doing well. No! You gotta play extremely fast. At least, if you're gonna play aggressive and you want to push people, your movement has to be on point for sure. Oh my gosh! Gotta stay focused. Alright, intel please.
Come on.
Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Actually, I think it's glide bomb time. Match is about to end. Look at all these people here. I better get some. Let's go. Whew. 41 kills. Can't really tell like how well I did there because you don't have your you know, your KD, but yeah, man, sorry for the lack of commentary there. It's still a brand new game. I'm still learning how the maps work, and so far I'm really enjoying my experience with Vanguard. Definitely a lot more than Cold War. Like it feels okay, these people need to stop talking. It feels a lot more rewarding when you do get on streaks, and the fact that they don't really cater too much to making it easy to get kills kill streaks, you actually have to go ahead and grind for it. I really absolutely love it, guys. So let me know down below in the comments what your thoughts are about Vanguard. What's your first impressions? Guys, remember, it's literally only the first month. So yeah, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to make your way back. Let's get it, baby. Yo, if you guys are always on your computer all day, or you like to game for long sessions, definitely check out gameradvantage.com for these blue light blocking glasses. Quite literally the best blue light glasses that you can ever find on the market. Make sure to check out gameradvantage.com and just learn more about it, man. There's so many benefits to keeping your eyes nice and healthy. You won't feel that strain at the end of the day, and you'll go to sleep like a baby at the end of the day, and that's the best part. You won't feel tired at all. Definitely check out gameradvantage.com. Use code TURBO at checkout.